3, 2, 1, para. The past 6 years have seen a number of reforms and achievements in the power sector. We have added 139 gigawatts of installed capacity, connected an additional 2.8 crores households, and added 1.41 lakh circuit kilometer of transmission lines. The distribution companies across the country are monopolies, either government or private. There is a need to provide choice to consumers by promoting competition. A framework will be put in place to give consumers alternatives to choose from among more than one distribution company. Para. The viability of distribution companies is a serious concern. A revamped reforms-based result-linked power distribution sector scheme will be launched with an outlay of Rs 3,05,984 crores over 5 years. The scheme will provide assistance to DISCOMs for infrastructure creation, including prepaid smart metering and feeder separation, upgradation of systems, etc., tied to financial improvements. Prime Minister, while speaking at the 3rd Reinvest Conference in November 2020, had announced plans to launch a comprehensive national hydrogen energy mission. It is now proposed to launch a hydrogen energy mission in 2021-22 for generating hydrogen from green power sources. Para. Major ports will be moving from managing their operational services on their own to a model where a private partner will manage it for them. For the purpose, 7 projects worth more than Rs 2,000 crores will be offered by the major ports on public-private partnership mode in financial year 21-22. A scheme to promote flagging of merchant ships in India will be launched by providing subsidy support to Indian shipping companies in global traders floated by ministries and CPSES. An amount of Rs 1,624 crores will be provided over 5 years. This initiative will enable greater training and 14 employment opportunities for Indian seafarers, besides enhancing Indian companies' share in global shipping. Para. India has enacted Recycling of Ships Act 2019 and acceded to the Hong Kong International Convention. Around 90 ship recycling yards at Alang in Gujarat have already achieved HKC compliant certificates. Efforts will be made to bring more ships to India from Europe and Japan. Recycling capacity of around 4.5 million light displacement ton into brackets LDT will be doubled by 2024. This is expected to generate an additional 1.5 lakh jobs for our youth. Our government has kept fuel supplies running across the country without interruption during the COVID-19 lockdown period. taking note of the crucial nature of this sector in people's lives, the following key initiatives are being announced, semicolon. A. Ujjwala scheme, which has benefited 8 crores households, will be extended to cover 1 crores more beneficiaries. B. We will add 100 more districts in next 3 years to the city gas distribution network. C. A gas pipeline project will be taken up in Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. D. An independent gas transport system operator will be set up for facilitation and coordination of booking of common carrier capacity in all natural gas pipelines on a non-discriminatory open access basis. Para. I propose to consolidate the provisions of SEBI Act 1992, Depositories Act 1996 and Securities Contracts into bracket Regulation Act 1956. Para. The impugned judgment stated that if the appellants were right, every officer would get an extension for a year or so, which could never be the intention of the university or of the government. Para. It is argued by Mr. Gaurav Gupta, learned counsel for the appellants, that the impugned judgment erred in holding that the proviso to statute number 16.24 only enables teachers to continue till the end of the month, and that to understand it to say that it assures re-employment to a superannuated teacher till the end of June of the academic session is misleading. Para. It is submitted that the purport of the proviso has to be gathered from the circumstance that it caters to a specific eventuality where the teacher/official superannuates on a particular day of any month after June 30th of an academic year. Superannuation would normally mean that the retirement date would be in accordance with the rules. Para. In this particular case, since the provision applied only to teachers, the intention of the statute clearly was the continuance of status quo to avoid disturbance caused by the retirement and the likely time to be taken by the university to make alternative arrangements to fill the vacancy. This was conceived in the larger interest for the students who would have faced difficulties in completing their syllabi in the absence of the teacher and likely time taken for the new teacher to adjust to the subject and the students. Para. It was next submitted that the High Court should not, having regard to the precedential value of Indu Singh, held that it was incorrectly reasoned or that its facts were different because the provision dealing with retirement was in pari materia with statute number 16.24. He relied on the provision which was considered in Indu Singh in support of this contention. Para. Further, Mr. Gupta submitted that a bench of co-equal strength could not have refused to follow an earlier decision If it doubted it or wished to depart from it, the proper course would have been to refer the issue to a larger or full bench. Counsel relied on certain decisions of this court in this regard. Counsel also relied on the decision of this court in S.K. Rathi versus Prem Hari Sharma and submitted that the impugned judgment was again in error in holding that the decision of this court was not binding as the observations were obiter para. It was lastly urged that the consistent view of the High Court expressed by two other benches decided on 10th January 2018 and Binod Kumar Singh versus State of Uttarakhand in relation to the concerned statute, that is proviso to statute number 16.24, that the teacher whose age of superannuation was after the 30th of June of any given year was to be continued as a re-employed officer till the end of the academic session, that is 30th June of the following year. Miss V. Shukla, learned counsel for the university and the state, urged this court not to interfere with the impugned judgment.